Okay then, so hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. In this one we're looking at BFT stock again, which is obviously soon to be paysafe stock, and the reason why we're looking at this one is because right now we're doing a quick analysis on how the week on this stock has gone and my predictions and whether I think you should buy this stock or not. So of course, before we do begin the video, a few things that we do need to note. One, I am not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice. Two, this is mainly just my opinion when it comes to predictions and whatnot, so of course it's not necessarily guaranteed to happen, so please just take it as my predictions. And three, it will be massively appreciated if you did subscribe to this channel. Of course, you guys already know we're trying to grow it as fast as we possibly can, and you guys have absolutely been killing it recently, so if we could just keep this growth on path and of course, keep you guys subscribing, it would be appreciated hugely. Right, then let's just jump straight into this episode by having a look at how the stock has been doing recently. So for this one, we're going to move into the 1 day and then we're going to move out gradually and see where we end up. And then, of course, I'm going to be giving my predictions on the stock. So yeah, when we are looking at the stock on the 1 day, we can see we are apparently still in the green according to Yahoo Finance. We started off the day on 13.91, where apparently it's just in the red now, or at least touching it at 13.90. So of course, 1 cent off is very close to being in the green, so it's very hard to say where we are going to end the day up on. But basically what has happened today is we have seen a huge increase up until about, 10 o'clock. And from that point, we have unfortunately sold off basically for the majority of the day, with a few small exceptions, a little bit here where the stock price did go up, but unfortunately, yeah, for the majority it was down. Of course, when we're looking towards the later part, the very end of the day, we can see that we saw a peak up from the lowest point of the day, which took us down to about 13.78. From that point, we are back up now to 13.90, so we're almost in the green for the day, which is very nice to see for this company. Obviously, when we are looking in closer to the 5 day, we can see we are unfortunately still in the red. I do believe a lot of the hype is kind of sold off, and I don't think that's too much of a bad thing at all. But yeah, when we look to the start of the day, Monday to Tuesday and even into Wednesday, saw us take some pretty big hits on the stock's price. We started off the week on $15.25. Obviously, you guys can see we're ending up the week on $13.88. So you can see the majority of this sell-off did happen between Monday and Wednesday. From Wednesday to Thursday, we saw a little bit of recovery, but it wasn't really doing too much. We saw a little bit of a spike on Friday, which is of course today. But yeah, basically, like I said, for the whole pattern of today, we are unfortunately kind of still in the red, but we are basically quite flat from Thursday. So of course 13.72 on Thursday, and now we're at 13.89. So of course not too big of an increase at all, not too big of a decrease either. It's just quite stable at this point, and I don't think that's too bad at all, but I do think there's not really a lot of hype in this stock yet. So of course we're going to be giving my predictions in just a moment, but first we're going to have a look at the 1 month and 6 month periods. So yeah, looking into that 1 month period, we can see a lot of hype came into the stock once people found out about this merger potentially taking place. From that point, we took basically a move from the standard point of about $10, which we see with a lot of these special acquisitions companies. We took that move back up to highs of about $14-15, and from there we have been down ever so slightly with quite a big dip down to $13.63. But it looks like we're on a stable path up now. Not really too much growth since that date, but we are still almost in the green from that point, so not bad to see. Basically, when we get to a 6 month period, we can see a lot more context for this and how this one has moved. So obviously a big increase towards the early part, and then we've sold off unfortunately from there, and it looks to have stabilized right now. So of course my personal opinions for the stock are coming up right now. So when it comes to looking at the stock, I think there are two ways to view this one. I think there's obviously a short-term and a long-term stock view. Obviously, either way, I don't think it's too bad because I do think that there's not too much hype into this one yet. Bear in mind, it started off at a point of about $10. We're at 13 or 14 now. It's not too big of an increase at all, and I think we're going to catch a bigger move moving forwards into the future. So, of course, that's my personal views. For that reason, I would say it's not a bad buy for the long-term or for the short-term. Of course, people have told me in the last video, maybe this stock is not too good in comparison to companies like PayPal. And I definitely think I do see where this person is coming from, but I think it's a case of we don't really need this company to be the next PayPal to catch a big move. Obviously, the company's been established since 1997. It's still going. Of course, we can give you a financial update in a future video if you would like that. But basically, I don't think it is a bad company at all. I definitely think some future growth is guaranteed, if not, likely to happen, because obviously $13 for what the company actually does. And of course, it's basically a payment company. It's paysafe, obviously. We've made countless discussed videos on it in the past, but basically for what it does, I do think it should be worth a bit more. So of course, that's my personal opinions. My personal opinions, just to summarize again, I do think that this stock is potentially a buy if you are interested in it, if you do have hope for it. I think it's not picked up in where it needs to be yet, in my personal opinion, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I'd definitely like to see a lot more hype closer to merger, but if we don't see that, maybe it's not a great sign for the company. But like I said, hopefully we will see some moves at least before, if not after, the merger, and then I think we'll start to get ourselves on that path of slow progression up until the point where this stock is valued at, because right now at $13 for paysafe, I do believe it's kind of an undervalued company. So I hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye until then.